Hey, it's Mega, aka Messiah. I'm back with another sketch vlog for my YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in today. Today we're going to be working on a few different things. One of the talking points that I have for today is, again, we're going to still talk about communication and stuff. I'm still going to be working on drawing while talking, which I found to be extremely difficult. So we're going to still be talking about that. And another topic that I want to talk about is being an artist and the mindset of an artist. So there was a few ideas that I had on that. We are going to jump right into that stuff. But before that, let me go ahead and just set up my landscape and piece. So for those of you that don't know, I am working on a character from my comic story that I'm working on. This character's name is Torin. He's kind of a, how should I explain it? He's a mischievous kind of kid, always getting into trouble, always doing things that he shouldn't be doing. He is a lot of fun to work with and a lot of fun to draw, so I'm going to show you a little bit of the behind the scenes. And so this is just a little bit of promo artwork that I'm working on right now. So let me get these layers kind of set up to the way I like them. What's this right here? I don't got to worry about that. Okay, so we're going to duplicate the layers, and we're just going to merge layers, and then what we're going to do is take those off. Actually, hold on before I do that. Okay, so what is this on multiply? Okay, so we're gonna duplicate layers, we're gonna merge these layers, and then we're gonna take off these two, or we're gonna take off this one. Alright, this is getting more confusing, so we're gonna go back and back and back. Let's see, sorry about this. Okay, so what we want to do is this layer, we want to duplicate, and we want to merge. Cool, there we go. I think I got it right that time. Perfect. And then for today, I am just going to work on his face right here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to layer view cut it. And we're just going to turn this layer on and off so you can kind of see I just kind of brought out that face just like that, okay? Alright, so for this, we are trying kind of a different style out. I found this artist online, and I really love the way she did the artwork and the colors. I'm going to see if I can maybe show what it kind of looks like so you guys can see. Her name is Aji Barbie is what it looks like. I don't know if that's the way you pronounce it, but I'm going to go ahead and post in a little sample of it real quick so you guys can see. So I really love the way she did the line work, and I love the way she did the shadows and stuff. So we're going to kind of mimic that style a little bit, and we're going to go in here and focus on Torin's face. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take that back out. Let's see, alright, so this is the base color. So we're going to go back onto this layer. We're going to fill in a little bit of extra space around the character real quick. So for my base color, I use some custom brushes I've made. And I've been making custom brushes because there's a specific look that I want, and I keep on fine-tuning my brush settings so they work well with the pen and tablet I'm using. I'm not going to give out my brushes or anything like that because everyone's going to find their own style and the brushes that they like. But what I did is I just took the standard brush and I started manipulating it, and I started changing the shape, the transfer dynamics and all that kind of stuff. So I would recommend for you guys starting off with art, just use the standard stuff, and then as you kind of dial in what you like, you can kind of change it up a little bit. Cool. Alright, so this is looking pretty good. now we're gonna go in and have a little bit of fun with this. Alright, let's make a duplicate layer. I always like to be on the safe side. I'm really trying to get to the process where I can just put everything on one layer, but I'm not to that point yet. Okay, so now that introductions are done and kind of talked about what I wanted to talk about, we're going to go ahead and dive in. So what I really wanted to talk about today was the drawing mindset, okay, and the mindset of a comic artist. So I've been drawing for a while now, and I have a lot of fun doing it, but I kind of came to a realization the other day, whether it be drawing and drawing comics, and also when it comes to real life as well, but I started to think that if you really want to get something done, you should just go for it. I've started to really like the idea that, hey, don't wait around for anything or anyone. As soon as you have an idea, sketch it out, be loose with it, and just have fun. And the reason I started getting onto this track was I did not have a lot of time to do artwork, and I love doing artwork and stuff like that, but I just didn't have the time. So I started thinking, what are some ways I can do artwork with a limited amount of time, and to keep it fun and to keep it exciting and to get me to do it every day. And I realized I needed to get rid of this idea of being a perfectionist and really starting to just start working. Even if you have no idea what you want to do or what you want to draw, to just start working, even copying other people's stuff. Just find stuff that you love and to begin to start to work on it. So that's what I started to realize. So I want to kind of encourage you guys to do the same thing. And what I'm gonna kind of coin this as is kind of be like Nizuma Eiji. And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, he is a character in a manga series called Bakuman, which is a manga about creating manga, which is sounds funny, but there is a lot of good stuff in it. And if you are a comic book artist, I highly encourage you to go check it out, because it's got tons of tips and tricks for you guys to learn. So that is a great manga and anime to watch and to learn stuff from. So anyways, this character in Bakuman, he is like the rival of the main character, and he creates stories and he creates manga, but his process for doing so is very eccentric, right? So at first I was thinking like, wow, like this character is like so weird, like his work style is weird, and like hold on a second and put this back in place. Cool. And I was like, that's a weird way of going about things. Like, he was just like very antisocial and stuff, but the way he worked, it was just very frantic. It was seemingly unorganized, seemingly not very coherent, but he would create stories that were very alive. And you know, afterwards I started to get inspired by that, and I was like, maybe I can become a little bit more like Nizuma Eiji when I'm drawing. He was a bit of a spaz, right? He would jump from topic to topic, but he was always working and he was always coming up with ideas. And so I'm starting to take inspiration from that a little bit now, and I kind of want to add that to how I draw, how I come up with stuff, because one, it seems fun. It's not scripted. I don't have to do something the same way every time. It doesn't have to be perfect. I can work messy, I can work loose, but it's all about the ideas that I'm creating, right? And as an artist, that is extremely important. Your ideas are what stands you apart from other artists, even more so than your art abilities. So if you can come up with ideas that are truly different or truly exciting to you, then they are most likely going to be exciting to other people as well. So my advice, don't don't worry so much about being a perfectionist and having to learn everything before you start making a comic. Hey, if you don't understand how some stuff works or how to draw certain things, try to the best of your ability, right? And if you ever have questions, you know, you can always ask online. You can ask people like myself. A lot of people are out here willing to help and show people their process and how they do things. So, yeah, I really want to encourage you guys to get out there and just really start drawing and keep it loose, keep it messy. Look at what I'm drawing right now. It's not perfectly clean or anything like that, but it's very loose. And in that regards, it's got a lot of personality and flavor because you know it's not made robotically. It's not made by a robot. And you know, I'm having a lot of fun being a little bit more loose with this. So yeah, I'm gonna keep just chiseling stuff down. I'm thinking about that style that I saw that I really liked and just kind of incorporating that in. So that was the main thing that I wanted to say. Like, when you're drawing, be more loose with it. Be like Nizumi AG in terms of be quick, get your ideas out there, and have music going in the background. Have something to help you get into the flow of drawing and be a spaz about it. And I kind of want to apply that to the rest of my life because I've always been quiet my entire life and always kind of hated talking somewhat and was never really good at like communicating my ideas verbally. Like, when I was a kid, I would just like point to things and stuff, and so now with drawing and stuff, I kind of want it to be different, and I want to be a little bit more expressive. I feel like my stylus is acting up a little bit, sorry. It's like lagging a lot. So I might have to stop the stream because of that. But as you can see, I'm going to keep working really loose like this. I'll probably be back with a few more words. But yeah, I just wanted to encourage you guys for that on today. Yeah, it's really chopping up here. Wow. Okay, hold on. Just having trouble tracking and stuff. So, wow. Okay, well, I did not want to have to cut it short. I am going to splice in more video for you guys to watch, but I'm gonna have to splice some more video of me kind of finishing up the piece and some more things that I want to say, but I'll have to cut that in. It's running really bad right now, and I just need to do a quick reset. So thanks for watching so far. I'll be back really quick. We're gonna finish off this piece. Alright, take care, keep smiling, and keep drawing. added some details here and there, as you can see, kind of finished up and polished up some things. But as you can see, it's still very rough, but I want to keep it this way, and in the future I can keep on adding detail. But as you can see, I have the general posture down, right? I have what it's supposed to look like. I have the general form down. I have the hand gesture that I like. And as you can see, I really spent a lot of time just detailing the face and kind of making that look smooth, but everything else is rough because the center of attention is the face. And so what I've been experimenting with is, if you've heard of the principle of atmospheric perspective, I'm beginning to apply that to characters and human characters. So when you're looking at someone or you're looking outside, the things that come into focus are the things your eye is focusing on. Everything becomes blurry besides that. And in addition, things farther away from your eye tend to be hazy because of atmospheric perspective, and those air particles that are in between you and that object are causing some obstruction. So kind of applying that to this drawing, you can see that, hey, okay, it's dark up front, right? And you can see it's dark here up on the shoe, but you go back and it's a little bit lighter, and I don't really add too much shadow back there. So I do that to kind of push and pull and bring this shape into 3D and to kind of guide your eye to where you should be looking. So that's that. And then I went in here and added in a few different background options. So this first one I was thinking would be kind of cool if we have some mech unit that he's working on in the background and our toolbox slash briefcase right here. And I'll go into the briefcase later and what that's all about. It's a cool idea I have. And then the section option I had is simply he's kind of standing by a fence and some tires and stuff, and he's also got his toolbox here, and he's still looking like that. So as you can see with the backgrounds, very, very simple. What I'm working on right now is not detail, but composition. Right? I want to be able to guide a person's attention and focus as they look at a picture. So the first thing you see is this figure, and it immediately goes to that, and immediately goes to his face and to his expression. And that's exactly what I want. And I want everything to fall away, but if you do want to go in, you'll be able to see all these details. So these backgrounds are not complete. I still got a lot of stuff to add to them. But we're gonna go in, and there was this idea that I had while I was at school the other day, and I thought it was going to be kind of cool. So what we are going to do is we are just going to create a layer up here, because I want to do a sketch over, and I'm going to go ahead and try this idea out. Once again, keeping it very loose. I'm simply going to grab my big brush that I've created, and we are going to sample a darker color such as his shoe, because that's what I need, and we are going to kind of sketch this out. So my idea is for him to be holding a drill, right? So cylinders, think very basic shapes. So just going to go back like this. So I'm thinking cylinders. It's a drill, so it's going to be kind of big and bulky up here, right? That looks pretty good, to be honest. And then the drill and the drill handle kind of comes back like that, and it looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and notch out a detail or two, nothing fancy. So right, I want him to be holding this drill like that, and it looks pretty good. I'm actually going to make it even less top heavy. And right now I'm just focusing on proportion. I don't really care about the shape or the design of it. Well, I care about the shape, but I don't care about the design of it. I'm just looking at proportion. I'm looking at, okay, this is gonna work, right? So then I can also add a cord coming off of this if it's a drill with the cord with it. So what I'm going to do with that, I'm just going to increase my brush size, and we're just going to pop off a cord. And it's running a little slow, so just have some patience with me. I'm going to try that again. We might actually bring this over here. Alright. We got this, and it's hooked up to his backpack, right? That's what he's got his hooked up to. So we're just going to bring that down like that. Okay, cool. Now, another idea that I had, I want to add a wristband to his arm, just like so, right? And, he's working, so I'm going to show him in his working gear and all that kind of fun stuff. So I'm going to put on a little band right there, and originally I wanted to have something kind of sticking out of his mouth, kind of like this. And just a little, like, drill bit or something. He's kind of holding on to here in his mouth. But I am not liking that right now, so we're not going to add that yet. But as you can see, he's got that drill in his hand. Proportions could definitely be worked on further. That's basically what I'm thinking. And add in a few details, gonna notch them in there real quick. Let's do small. I don't like the just being that small. So we are going to lengthen these up, and we're just gonna show that like that. And just like that, it's quick. It's adding in details like that. But anyways, I'm going to take this off. I'm going to go ahead and end the video for now. So, to kind of sum up everything that I wanted to show in this video was be loose with your drawings. If you're bored with a drawing, go to a different drawing. But if you're drawing, draw loose, draw quick. Don't overthink things, and start off simple. Okay, so even at this point, and I got everything kind of settled, I'm still thinking big shapes because look at it. Now they have the posture down, which is general shapes, general gestures. Then I want to add in general shading and atmospheric perspective because that is much more important than details. Details is like the last thing you want to do, and that is probably the biggest mistakes that beginners make, is that they start adding details into their picture before they even have a good idea of perspective, of posture, of gesture, of overall composition. So I want you guys to slow down. Don't jump to detail yet. Take 30 minutes or however long it takes to do something like this. Keep it simple, and then you can go in and add as much detail as you want. But first, you got to train your brain to just understand composition and all these things. So I hope that kind of helps out a little bit. Thanks for joining me on my little sketch vlog. And we'll be back with another one. So thanks for tuning in, and stop in next time.